Exploring the Golden Age classics of Hollywood. During the Golden Age of Hollywood, spanning roughly from the 1920s to the 1960s, the film industry witnessed the rise of numerous iconic movies that have left an indelible mark on cinema history. This glittering era produced timeless classics, captivating audiences with their masterful storytelling, glamorous stars, and groundbreaking techniques. From sweeping romantic dramas to thrilling adventures and thought-provoking dramas, the Golden Hollywood Age films continue to enchant and inspire movie lovers of all generations. In this video, we will explore the magic of this era, delving into some of the most memorable films that have shaped the landscape of movie making and continue to hold a special place in our collective cinematic consciousness. Here is a meticulously curated list of the absolute best Golden Age classics, representing the pinnacle of cinematic excellence during a time when Hollywood flourished with unforgettable stories, mesmerizing performances, and groundbreaking artistic achievements. Number 1. Gone with the Wind, 1939. Gone with the Wind, released in 1939 and based on Margaret Mitchell's novel of the same name, is a sweeping epic set in the American South during the Civil War and its aftermath. The film follows the tumultuous life of Scarlett O'Hara, Vivian Leigh, a strong-willed and vivacious Southern belle living on a plantation called Tara in Georgia. The story begins in 1861, just before the outbreak of the Civil War. Scarlett is infatuated with Ashley Wilkes, Leslie Howard, a refined and honorable man who is engaged to her cousin, Melanie Hamilton, Olivia de Havilland. Despite her yearning for Ashley, Scarlett attends a barbecue at the nearby 12 Oaks plantation, where she attracts the attention of Rhett Butler, Clark Gable, a dashing and enigmatic rogue. As the war begins, Scarlett's life undergoes a dramatic transformation. She reluctantly marries Melanie's brother, Charles, Rand Brooks, in an effort to forget Ashley. However, their marriage is short-lived as Charles dies in the war. Scarlett is left a widow and returns to Tara, which has fallen into disrepair. Desperate to save Tara from financial ruin, Scarlett becomes determined to marry for money. She sets her sights on Frank Kennedy, Carol Nye, a wealthy businessman, and manipulates him into proposing. Scarlett and Frank marry, and she uses his money to restore Tara to its former glory. Meanwhile, the war rages on, and Atlanta falls to Union forces. Scarlett, Melanie, and her newborn son, Beau, seek refuge in Atlanta, where Scarlett's strength and resourcefulness come to the forefront. She encounters Rhett Butler once again, now a blockade runner, and their complicated relationship is reignited. In the midst of the turmoil, Scarlett's love for Ashley persists, despite his marriage to Melanie. When Ashley returns home on a brief furlough, Scarlett confesses her feelings to him. However, Ashley gently rebuffs her, emphasizing his commitment to Melanie. As the war draws to a close, Atlanta is in ruins, and Scarlett, Melanie, and her young son struggle to survive. Rhett, now enamored with Scarlett, proposes to her, but she rejects him, still pining for Ashley. Tragedy strikes when Melanie becomes seriously ill. In a selfless act, Scarlett risks her life to bring Melanie to safety and care. Melanie eventually recovers, but her health remains fragile. With the war over and reconstruction underway, Scarlett realizes her love for Rhett and sets out to win him back. However, Rhett, disillusioned and hurt by Scarlett's fixation on Ashley, decides to leave her. He famously delivers the line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," as he walks out on her. The film ends with Scarlett's determination to win Rhett back. As she stands on the staircase of Tara, she declares that she will find a way to win him back and rebuild her life. Gone with the Wind is a sprawling tale of love, loss, survival, and transformation, capturing the essence of a turbulent era in American history and the indomitable spirit of its unforgettable protagonist, Scarlett O'Hara. Number 2. It Happened One Night, 1934. It Happened One Night, released in 1934, is a classic romantic comedy directed by Frank Capra. The film follows the unexpected and humorous journey of Ellie Andrews, Claudette Colbert, a wealthy and rebellious heiress, and Peter Warne, Clark Gable, a witty and resourceful newspaper reporter. Ellie, dissatisfied with her overbearing father's disapproval of her marriage to an aviator named King Wesley, Jameson Thomas, decides to run away from her privileged life. She escapes from her father's yacht and boards a bus heading to New York City. On the bus, Ellie meets Peter, who recognizes her but keeps her identity a secret. When he learns that she plans to travel without any money, Peter offers to help her in exchange for an exclusive story about her adventure. Reluctantly, Ellie agrees to his terms. As they embark on their journey together, Ellie and Peter clash due to their contrasting personalities and backgrounds. However, they gradually develop a begrudging camaraderie. Peter teaches Ellie how to survive in the real world, giving her lessons in self-reliance and frugality. Throughout their escapades, Ellie and Peter encounter various comedic situations. They hitchhike, sleep in roadside motels, and even share a single motel room due to financial constraints, maintaining a walls of Jericho blanket barrier between them. Along the way, they meet colorful characters, including a singing car mechanic and a kind-hearted elderly couple. As Ellie and Peter spend more time together, their initial animosity transforms into genuine affection. Ellie begins to question her feelings for King Wesley, while Peter realizes his growing love for Ellie. However, complications arise when Ellie's father hires detectives to find her and bring her back home. In the climactic scene, Ellie and Peter finally confess their love for each other. They decide to marry, even though it means Ellie will be disowned by her wealthy family. However, before they can tie the knot, Ellie's father catches up with them and tries to separate them. In a twist of fate, Ellie's father recognizes the depth of her love for Peter and realizes that he cannot force her to marry against her will. He gives his blessing to their relationship, and Ellie and Peter happily reunite. It Happened One Night is a delightful and heartwarming story of opposites attracting and finding love in unexpected circumstances. The film showcases the sparkling chemistry between Claudette Colbert and Clark Gable, and its witty dialogue, charming characters, and memorable scenes have made it a timeless classic in the romantic comedy genre. Number 3. An American in Paris, 1951. An American in Paris, released in 1951, is a romantic musical film directed by Vincente Minnelli. The story revolves around Jerry Mulligan, Gene Kelly, an American ex-GI and aspiring painter who decides to pursue his artistic dreams in the vibrant city of Paris. Jerry befriends Adam Cook, Oscar Levant, a fellow American pianist, and Henri Borel, Georges Guattari, a French singer. Henri introduces Jerry to his wealthy benefactor, Milo Roberts, Nina Foch, a beautiful and sophisticated American woman who takes an interest in Jerry's paintings and offers to support his career. Jerry's life takes a turn when he meets Lisa Bouvier, Leslie Caron, a young French woman who works as a ballet dancer. He is instantly smitten by her charm and grace. However, Jerry soon discovers that Lisa is in a relationship with Henri, unaware that Lisa and Henri are secretly engaged. Meanwhile, Milo falls in love with Jerry and becomes jealous of his infatuation with Lisa. She uses her influence to secure a prestigious art show for Jerry, hoping it will win his affection. However, Jerry remains devoted to Lisa. As Jerry and Lisa spend more time together, their bond deepens, and they fall in love. Lisa is torn between her feelings for Jerry and her loyalty to Henri. She confides in Jerry that she cannot be with him, leading to heartbreak. The film reaches its climax during a lavish ballet sequence, choreographed by Gene Kelly, where Jerry imagines an elaborate dance featuring himself, Lisa, and the city of Paris. The ballet serves as a visual representation of Jerry's emotional journey and his longing for Lisa. In the end, Lisa realizes that her true love is Jerry and not Henri. She breaks off her engagement with Henri and reunites with Jerry. The film concludes with Jerry and Lisa embracing their love and dancing together through the streets of Paris. An American in Paris is a visually stunning and enchanting film, known for its breathtaking dance sequences, memorable songs composed by George Gershwin, and the captivating performances of its cast. The film beautifully captures the essence of post-war Paris and explores themes of love, art, and the pursuit of dreams in a city known for its romance and artistic allure. Number 4. The Big Sleep, 1946. The Big Sleep, released in 1946, is a film noir detective story based on Raymond Chandler's novel of the same name. The movie follows private detective Philip Marlowe, Humphrey Bogart, as he becomes entangled in a complex web of crime, corruption, and seduction. General Sternwood, Charles Waldron, a wealthy and aging patriarch, hires Marlowe to resolve a personal matter. Sternwood's daughter, Carmen, Martha Vickers, is being blackmailed due to her involvement in a scandalous affair. Marlowe's primary objective is to protect Carmen and find the source of the blackmail. As Marlowe begins his investigation, he encounters a cast of intriguing characters. He meets Vivian Rutledge, Lauren Bacall, Sternwood's older daughter, who is fiercely protective of her family and harbors secrets of her own. There is an instant chemistry and attraction between Marlowe and Vivian. Marlowe delves deeper into the case and discovers a web of deceit, hidden motives, and multiple murders. He encounters a variety of individuals connected to the Sternwood family, including a book dealer named Geiger, Theodore von Eltz, a gangster named Eddie Mars John Ridgely, and his enigmatic wife, Mona, Peggy Knutson. As Marlowe uncovers more clues, he realizes that the case is far more complex than he initially anticipated. The lines between loyalty and betrayal become blurred as he navigates a labyrinth of double crosses, blackmail schemes, and illicit affairs. Throughout the investigation, Marlowe finds himself drawn deeper into Vivian's world, forming a complicated relationship with her. Together, they face dangerous situations, confrontations with criminals, and moments of intense danger. In the climactic sequence, Marlowe finally uncovers the truth behind the blackmail and the murders. He confronts the mastermind behind the crimes and brings justice to those involved. The film concludes with Marlowe reflecting on the events that unfolded and the moral ambiguity that permeates the world he inhabits. The Big Sleep is a classic film noir that showcases Humphrey Bogart's iconic portrayal of the hard-boiled detective Philip Marlowe. The movie is known for its stylish cinematography, sharp dialogue, and the electrifying chemistry between Bogart and Lauren Bacall, who would later become real-life husband and wife. It remains a quintessential example of the genre, with its intricate plot, shadowy atmosphere, and morally ambiguous characters capturing the essence of noir storytelling. Number 5. The Best Years of Our Lives, 1946. The Best Years of Our Lives, released in 1946, is a drama film directed by William Wyler. The story centers around 3 World War II veterans as they return home to a small American town and struggle to readjust to civilian life. The film follows Fred Derry, Dana Andrews, Al Stevenson, Frederick March, and Homer Parrish, Harold Russell. Fred was a decorated bombardier, Al was an infantry sergeant, and Homer lost both his hands during the war and now uses mechanical hooks as prosthetics. As the veterans return to their families and loved ones, they are confronted with the challenges of post-war life. Fred finds his marriage to his former sweetheart, Marie, Virginia Mayo, crumbling under the weight of their different aspirations. He struggles to find meaningful employment and faces financial difficulties. Al, a loving husband and father, reunites with his wife, Millie, Myrna Loy, and 2 children. However, he grapples with adjusting to the civilian routine, battling alcoholism, and experiencing emotional distance from his family. Homer, despite his physical disability, is determined to prove his independence and adapt to life without hands. He faces the fear of rejection and struggles with self-esteem, especially when it comes to his budding romance with Wilma, Kathy O'Donnell. The film explores the intertwined lives of these 3 veterans as they confront their personal demons and search for a sense of purpose and belonging. It delves into their individual experiences of trauma, disillusionment, and the challenges of reintegrating into society. Throughout the film, the characters find solace and support in their friendship with each other, forming a bond that helps them navigate their post-war struggles. They share their stories, fears, and hopes, providing a source of understanding and strength. As the narrative unfolds, the film addresses a range of themes, including the impact of war on individuals and their relationships, the difficulties faced by veterans in readjusting to civilian life, and the need for empathy and compassion in society. In the end, the characters find a measure of redemption and hope. They come to realize that the best years of their lives are not necessarily the ones spent at war but the ones they create in the aftermath, as they rebuild their lives, forge new relationships, and discover renewed purpose and meaning. The Best Years of Our Lives is a powerful and poignant exploration of the human experience in the aftermath of war. It won several Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and continues to be regarded as a classic film that resonates with audiences for its honest portrayal of the challenges faced by veterans and its timeless themes of love, resilience, and the pursuit of happiness.